Hello, welcome to Wikifiends. I'm your host, Joe.
I'm David.
And I'm Alec.
Yeah.
And I'm Alec.
Yeah, I guess Alec is gonna
I'm
be
looking at my mic stuff right now.
Alec is the third Wikifiender. The Wikifiend. I don't know why I felt the need to put an ER at the end of that, but we're gonna be
Fiender.
We're going to be reading some Wikipedia articles and then chatting about them. And the first article I have is a two-parter. The dose makes the poison is the first part. Are you familiar with this?
I'm not.
The dose makes the poison is an adage intended to indicate a basic principle of toxicology. It is credited to Paracelsus, who expressed the classic toxicology maxim, all things are poison and nothing is without poison. Only the dose makes a thing not a poison. And it's often condensed to the dose makes the poison. It means that a substance can produce the harmful effect associated with its toxic properties only if it reaches a susceptible biological system within the body in a high enough concentration, i.e. dose. The principle relies on the findings that all chemicals, even water and oxygen, can be toxic if too much is eaten, drunk, or absorbed. It gets into a little bit of the science behind that, but I'm not gonna read that, and I'm gonna go to the second part, water intoxication. Water intoxication, also known as water poisoning, is a potentially fatal disturbance in brain functions that results when the normal balance of electrolytes in the body is pushed outside safe limits by overhydration. Under normal circumstances, accidentally consuming too much water is exceptionally rare. Nearly all deaths related to water intoxication in normal individuals have resulted either from water drinking contests, in which individuals attempt to consume large amounts of water, or from long bouts of exercise during which excessive amounts of fluid were consumed. In addition, water cure, a method of torture in which the victim is forced to consume excessive amounts of water, can cause water intoxication. It says here, water, just like any other substance, can be considered a poison when overconsumed in a specific period of time. It occurs mostly when water is being consumed in a high quantity without adequate electrolyte intake. So it gets into some of the risk factors. Low body mass. So that's children and infants, and I would assume also just very, very small people might fit into that, are especially susceptible to it if they intake more water than they can handle. Another one is during marathons and other endurance sports. Marathon runners are susceptible to water intoxication if they drink too much while running. Now it says here, medical personnel at marathon events are trained to suspect water intoxication immediately when runners collapse or show signs of confusion. And it is as likely to occur in runners who choose sports drinks as those who choose water. Another thing is overexertion and heat stress. Any activity or situation that promotes heavy sweating can lead to water intoxication when water is consumed to replace lost fluids. Persons working in extreme heat and or humidity for long periods must take care to drink and eat in ways that help to maintain electrolyte balance. People using drugs such as MDMA, often referred colloquially as ecstasy, may overexert themselves, perspire heavily, and then drink large amounts of water to rehydrate, leading to electrolyte imbalance and water intoxication. And it's compounded by the use of MDMA. Another cause is a psychiatric condition, psychogenic polydipsia, is a condition in which patients feel compelled to drink large quantities of water, thus putting them at risk for water intoxication. It's especially dangerous if the patient also exhibits other psychiatric indications, as caregivers might misinterpret the hyponatremic symptoms, which I guess is the... I got into that earlier, but I glanced over that. Now let's see here. Here's a few notable cases. The first is in 1991, Andy Warhol, 5 years after his death, Warhol's family publicly accused the hospital where he had his gallbladder removed of causing his death by water intoxication administered post-operatively. A claimed autopsy weight of 150 pounds, with his weight being 128 pounds when admitted, was cited as evidence that too much fluid had been given. In 1995, Anna Wood, a 15-year-old Australian schoolgirl, died from the effects of water intoxication secondary to use of MDMA. Also in 1995, Leah Betts died as a result of drinking too much water. Though in the media her death was initially attributed to taking an ecstasy tablet at her 18th birthday party. And the final notable case is British actor Anthony Andrews survived a case of water intoxication. He was performing as Henry Higgins in a revival of the musical My Fair Lady at the time. He consumed up to 8 liters of water a day. He was unconscious and in intensive care for 3 days. So that's like drinking 4 2-liter soda bottles of water, which is a lot.
Where was this? Where did he do that? Like what country?
It just says he's British. I'm assuming it would be in somewhere, in the UK.
It wasn't like in the jungles of Brazil or something like that.
I very much doubt it. There are sources I could click on, but there's the source on Wikipedia's references section links it to a Daily Telegraph article called "My Battle with the Bottle."
Dasani bottle, right?
Well, it's clearly a play on
right, yeah.
on alcoholism, but
right.
And I'm looking at it right now. Anthony Andrews is not the first actor to nearly die from drinking. He had no idea mineral water could be so harmful, he tells Elizabeth Bryce.
He seems fucking stupid. Like, I guess I could see someone making that mistake, but like come on. Like, it's gotta start feeling bad after a while.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I think your body would tell you to stop.
You'd think maybe it's like, I'm overexerting myself. I gotta have more water. It could be like a vicious cycle. You feel exhausted, so you have the water, but then it's too much, so you feel worse, and then you have even more water. But that's speculation on my part.
I'm so thirsty.
This water's making me sick. I better drink more water.
This water's making me thirsty. Fucking idiot.
Well, he survived, so...
I've only usually heard it with the ecstasy thing. That's I think the first time I ever heard about it is that, watch out with X. You'll drink so much water you'll explode.
Now, I remember in health class, they would tell us that they would caution you never to do drugs at all. But if you did do ecstasy, make sure you have water because you could become overheated.
Right.
I didn't get that lesson.
No?
No.
Is it?
Did you?
Wait. Yeah?
Did you get that lesson in Indiana, Dave?
That's the thing. I could never remember if it was something about ecstasy made you dehydrate or it's because it would make you dance so much. I can't, it's like the same thing or...
Yeah, I think the thing is it raises your body temperature.
Right,
That's what I recall being told in health class. But did you get any drug education in high school, Alec?
We got like the DARE program.
Yeah.
So just kind of the blanket don't do. And then we got a lot of stuff about alcohol though. Not so much about drugs.
Did you have DARE in high school?
I think it was elementary school.
Yeah, that's when I had it.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got a lot of sex ed, not much drug education or anything.
We got it all.
You guys are lucky.
Yeah. That's when I first found out about dental dams.
I found out about dental dams from a movie, but I can't remember the name of it.
Was it an American Pie sequel?
No, but it was a raunchy sex comedy like that.
Yeah. So I guess the takeaway from this is like this is a advice article is don't drink too much water. Don't drink too little, but don't drink too much.
Yeah, like remember how drowning happens. Like you can drown.
Well, I don't think that's the same thing.
It's close.
I don't think with water intoxication the water's filling up your lungs.
Sound advice regardless.
Yeah, you want the baby bear amount of water, which is not too much and not too little.
And just right.
Yeah. Same with bed softness. All right. What? Do you have a comment, Dave?
No.
All right. So what do you guys have?
You want to go first, Alec?
Sure. I've got Oak Apple Day. You guys aware of Oak Apple Day?
No.
Okay, well, Oak Apple Day, or Royal Oak Day, was a formal public holiday celebrated in England on the 29th of May to commemorate the restoration of the English monarchy in 1660. In some parts of the country, the day is still celebrated, and it has also been known as Shick Shack Day, Oakenetty Day, or Arbor Tree Day. In 1660, Parliament declared the 29th of May a public holiday to be forever kept as a day of thanksgiving for our redemption from tyranny and the king's return to his government. He entering London that day. Public holiday Oak Apple Day was formally abolished in 1859, but the date retains some significance in local institutional customs. It is, for example, kept as a Founder's Day in Royal Hospital, Chelsea, founded by Charles II in 1681. Now, some of the ceremonies on Oak Apple Day commemorating the event often entails wearing of oak apples, which is a type of plant gall. I don't know what that is. Possibly known in some parts of the country as a shick shack, or sprigs of oak leaves, in reference to the occasion after the Battle of Worcester in September 1651, when Charles II escaped the Roundhead army by hiding in an oak tree near Boscobel House. Anyone who failed to wear the sprig of oak risked being pelted with birds' eggs or thrashed with netties. In Sussex, those not wearing oak were liable to be pinched, giving rise to the unofficial name of Pinch Bum Day. Similarly, it was known as Bumping Day in Essex. And it's pretty much, not celebrated nowadays. It's kind of gone by the wayside. But people would dress up in these big flowery costumes. Kind of looks like a fry guy from McDonald's made of flowers. And just ride around on horses, it looks like.
Now,
it's Oak Apple Day.
Now, Alec, I don't know if you were familiar with this, but Dave and I, in a previous episode, we had talked about Smigus Dingus Day.
I don't know. Okay.
It's like,
I haven't heard that one.
It's similar with the pinch bum thing. Like, it's where it's kind of like almost like a ritual, or what? Not ritual. Fertility. Yeah.
It was a traditional day in Poland and countries that have Poland populations, in which boys will throw water onto girls or occasionally throw a girl into a river. It seems like a lot of thing where it's like like even if you don't want to be involved in it, people are still going to mess with you, which I can't really get behind.
Yeah, it does seem kind of obnoxious.
It's like to pinch someone for not wearing green shit.
Yeah. It's never actually happened to me, though.
It's also sort of like that thing with the circle, where they make the circle with the fingers.
Oh, right.
I don't know that one.
It's not a day, it's just a thing that kids would do in high school, where if you were looking somewhere and then they had like their hand out with like their thumb and their index finger.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a thing like prick kids would do. Like, yo, look here.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, it just seems like customary, like a custom built around physically like assaulting someone. Like light physical assault.
Being a funny asshole.
Well, funny is
Speaking of asshole.
This day we remember that guy in the oak tree by being a dick.
Yeah. I do like the idea of hiding in an oak tree, though.
That'd be more fun. Just everyone hides in an oak tree.
Yeah, a better thing would be like it could be like a makeout thing where if you find the girl in the tree, you get to kiss her.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess that's also not good, but
Yeah, it's not too good.
maybe if the girl's hiding in the tree, that means she's fair game. Like she's willing to kiss the boy that finds her.
Yeah. If all parties are willing, it's cool.
I don't have a problem. Maybe it's
hard to just not be like in the know on that, you know?
Yeah, because no one really hides in trees. But it's possible that the people not wearing the thing, they specifically wanted to get their bottom pinched, and they were using that day.
They were perverts.
They were using that day to get their like that's their Christmas. They look forward to it all year.
It's an ancient English tradition that if you crawl up an oak tree and find a boy in it, you have to kiss him.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the costume. It look really ridiculous. It just looks like he's hiding in a tree because it just looks like a tree with the feet sticking out.
Mm-hmm. I think that's my favorite part of it.
It looks like Grimace.
What's the day called again?
It's Oak Apple Day.
Oak Apple. It's Onion Booty Day.
It's the modern equivalent.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Where'd you find that?
I was just, I was looking for an article on competitive apple peeling, but I couldn't find one on Wikipedia. So I was just looking through Apple stuff, and I came across this.
What made you think about competitive apple peeling?
I was just thinking about it. I eat an apple with my lunch every day.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just kind of looking at it. I remembered a home ec class in middle school. The teacher told us about that and showed us how fine she could peel the apple with a knife.
What a show off!
Are you good at it?
No, I've never tried it.
Now I don't really care for apples.
Okay. You don't like the flavor?
Yeah, it's all right. The texture's not very good to me.
Okay.
It's a texture issue.
Okay.
How about you, Dave? You like apples?
I know what you're saying. I try to eat more of them, but there's something I find unappealing about them.
There's so many better fruits.
They're just cheap and easy.
Yeah.
No, it's good for you. I mean, that's the appeal. That's why you
You
should
know
eat.
what? I did read another Wikipedia article today that debunks the apple a day keeps the doctor away. Colloquialism, whatever you call that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone earnestly believes that, though.
I didn't think it was really true, but I'd never seen someone actually like scientifically debunk it.
That was an article, or that was a Wikipedia page?
I think it was a Wikipedia page.
Huh. You know what's an overrated fruit?
Banana.
That's correct.
Why is it overrated? You just don't like them.
Yeah, they're not very good.
I disagree. I buy bananas regularly.
Yeah, I like bananas too.
You know what banana's good for? It's if it's the middle of the night and you're really hungry, but you don't want to eat. You don't want to. You just need to put something in your stomach so it won't hurt. Banana's good for that because it doesn't really require a beverage.
This seems anecdotal.
Well, this isn't from Wikipedia. This is, I guess the citation would list it as personal research.
I thought for sure you were going to say, like, you wake up in the middle of the night, you need something to put in your butt. Banana's perfect.
Why would I say that? It is phallic shaped, though.
The humorous shape.
Yeah. I used to, when I was a teenager, my joke name for it was a yellow phallus berry. Now this oak apple, though, it looks really bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're like edible.
Was it like crab apples or something?
I didn't look into those.
It looks like a thing that a spider would be inside of. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to see what they are. They just look like big hunks of like bark, kind of.
Yeah, they're gross.
I guess you can use them to make ink.
That's a good use, I guess.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, Dave, what do you have?
Okay. One sec. First one I have tonight is Corvée.
As in Gustav?
No, I might be pronouncing this wrong. Corvée.
A V.
Corvée is a form of unpaid free labor, which is intermittent in nature and for limited periods of time, typically only on certain number of days' work each year. It's also known as statute labor. Statute labor is a type of corvée imposed by a state for the purposes of public works. As such, it represents a form of levy or taxation. Unlike other forms of levy, such as a tithe, a corvée does not require the population to have land, crops, or cash. It was thus favored in historic economies in which barter was more common than cash transactions, and or circulating money is in short supply. The obligation for tenant farmers to perform corvée work for landlords on private landed estates has been widespread throughout history. The term is most typically used in reference to medieval and early modern Europe, where work was often expected by a feudal landowner of their vassals or by a monarch by their subjects. However, the application of the term is not limited to that time or place. Corvée has existed in modern ancient Egypt, ancient Israel under Solomon, ancient Rome, China, and Japan, everywhere in continental Europe, the Incan civilization, Haiti, and the American occupation of Haiti. And it goes on and on. So very common at one point. What do you think about that if you didn't have to pay taxes if you agreed to work in like a diamond mine for like a week or something, like the state diamond mine?
I wouldn't do it.
I mean, it depends on what. I mean, I don't like taxes at all,
Right.
so I'm against it. But
I just wanted to bring it up. I was curious what your opinion would be about like a different form, like if you could have it different.
it's still immoral, but I mean, I would say, you know, on a personal level, if it was presented to me of not paying any taxes and working in a diamond mine for a week, I mean, I guess it would go like, what could I earn in a week versus what do I pay now in taxes, you know?
But I mean, if it evened out in a way that you felt was reasonable, you would do it. You would, I guess, if you save money, like if it's overall.
I mean, yeah. I mean, right now you're essentially being forced to work,
right,
for free because you're you know, a certain percentage of your money goes to taxes.
Right.
So it's not entirely different, but.
What do you think, Alec? Would you do a week of government?
Alec said no.
You said no?
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. I wouldn't want to work in like a diamond mine.
I mean, I just use an extreme example, but I mean, like some kind of state work.
Mm-hmm. I guess if it was any state work, you know, depending on how easy it was, it's much more palatable.
Yeah, it would depend on what I was doing.
Yeah, the easier the job, the more palatable the scenario becomes.
Yeah, like ancient Corvée, like making temples and pyramids and roads does not seem as appealing.
Yeah.
As like filing stuff
or something like
yeah.
That. Like I do that. That's fine.
Is there clerical Corvée?
Yeah.
Yeah, for a week, and then you don't have to pay any taxes. That's way more preferable.
Right.
I guess it depends on your rate of pay too.
Yeah, it depends on your rate of pay and your rate of tax.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess they're saying it was kind of a thing that it was. There's an image of Egyptian peasants seized for non-payment of taxes. So I guess it's kind of like a debtor's prison thing, maybe a little bit too.
But see, it seems like, you know, you can't pay your taxes. Well, we'll make you pay one way or the other.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, really close to just pretty much. I mean, it is from it's like one step away from chattel slavery. So
that's taxes. Oh. Well, that's interesting, though. Does it say when the last time this was really seen?
Corvée was used in several states in North America, especially for road maintenance, and this practice persisted to some degree in the United States. Its popularity with local governments gradually waned after the American Revolution. After the American Civil War, however, some southern states with money in short supply commuted, taxing their inhabitants with obligations in the forms of labor for public works. So after the Civil War.
Now, I recently read a thing that some rural areas are that are faced with sort of you know, very limited budgets. Instead of you know, repaving their roads, they're getting rid of the pavement and just turning them into dirt roads again.
What's the rationale behind that?
Because I guess a dirt road is, like an unpaved road is safer and easier to navigate than a paved road that's really broken and full of a bunch of cracks and potholes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cheaper in the long run if they can't afford it.
Where are they doing that?
I think I want to say Maine, someplace. I can look it up. This was not on Wikipedia, though. I saw it on Tumblr. There's a couple different sources. One from Wired, one from Popular Mechanics, one from Mother Nature Network. Looks like in Vermont. It's in Vermont, I guess.
But it's probably like presented in like that Pinterest way. Like, look how much more beautiful it is now.
I don't know. I think it might be a thing. Like, I guess whoever is presenting it is putting their own spin on it. I would imagine.
Well, I mean, it seems like you could. It looks more environmentally friendly.
Well, I could easily imagine that. Yes, like more primitivists would present it in that way. I think the context in which I was reading it was that the state can't even make the roads, you know.
Mm.
Sort of a.
I see more of a critique of applied resources.
Yeah, it's of saying like, you know, if it if the state's held up as a thing that, well, who else would make the roads, but they can't even do that.
Right.
It was sort of presented in that way, which, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, if you have a vehicle that's, you know, equipped with it, it's fine. So, and I would imagine a good amount of people that live in more rural areas would have vehicles that are equipped for, you know, more off-road capabilities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. It is kind of like the fucked up road is just going to make things worse. So
Yeah, like there's going to be a whole nother set of problems with a dirt road. Like, what about when it rains a lot?
It said they were treating it with some sort of substance that sort of, I don't know. They said, it says, they filled again, this is from Wired, not Wikipedia. They filled the space between Vermont's cruddy soil and hardier dirt with gravel up top with a geotextile, a hardy fabric that helps with erosion, stability, and drainage.
Mm.
I don't know. I guess, I mean, if this was cheaper and it was really, if it became more effective, I mean, theoretically it could replace, you know, modern, you know, contemporary blacktopping if it really was better.
Yeah, why not?
yeah, I should bring this to New York.
Now, I remember watching a cartoon when I was a kid that involved a time travel sort of thing, in which I believe they went to a Stone Age type thing, and or it was like an alternate history type thing, and you know, and the roads were made of rubber, and then the tire wheels were made of asphalt.
That sounds really familiar. I feel like I may have seen that.
Yeah, have you guys seen that episode of that show?
I have no idea
What show was it?
I have no idea. You know, it might have been like DuckTales or something. I don't know.
I think it was fucking U.S. Acres.
I don't think it was, because they didn't have vehicles. It wasn't like this was in a city sort of thing, and they were on a farm.
I feel like, I don't know, like, it may not have been Garfield, but I feel like it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
I have no clue what cartoon that's.
Well, if any listeners want to write in and tell us what cartoon that was, you can write to us at wikifiends@gmail.com.
That's right.
Please
Yeah.
do.
Uh-oh. What happened?
What was that?
Must have been a car with concrete wheels.
Yeah. All right. The next article I have is a short one. Lucky and Flo. Lucky and Flo are a pair of black Labrador retrievers notable for being the first animals trained to detect optical discs by scent. Optical discs would include CDs, DVDs, Blu-ray, that sort of thing. They are sponsored by the Motion Picture Association of America, the MPAA, and Federation Against Copyright Theft, or FACT, as part of an initiative to combat copyright infringement on film DVDs. It says, although the dogs are sponsored and publicized on the premise that they can detect counterfeit DVDs, They have no ability to distinguish between counterfeit DVDs and any other polycarbonate optical disc. The dog's abilities were first demonstrated in May 2006 at the FedEx shipping hub at London Stansted Airport, though inspectors found all the discs the dogs detected that day to be legitimate. Another demonstration was held at the MPAA's Washington, D.C. office on September 26, 2006. In March 2007, the two dogs were sent to Malaysia to help sniff out DVDs. After a raid on a bootleg DVD ring in Johor Bahru on March 20th, reports said that the dogs were now targeted by the DVD pirates and that a bounty had been put on their heads. In March 2008, the MPAA, along with children's magazine The Weekly Reader, released a curriculum for grades 5 to 7 featuring Lucky and Flo to be distributed to nearly 60,000 classrooms in 20,000 schools across 10 U.S. states, and designed to educate children about the importance of respecting copyrights while presenting it in a fun and exciting way. And that was according to then MPA chairman and CEO Dan Glickman. Glickman lavished praise on the canines, saying that the dogs are some of the greatest employees we have here at the MPAA. So I guess this would be a part of like a working animal.
Yeah, definitely.
How the fuck could they smell if it was stolen? If it was like copywritten? You said like pirate DVDs.
I as I said, they have no ability to distinguish between counterfeit and legitimate copies. They can only smell the material. So I guess if it's a thing hidden, like if it's a legitimate DVD, it's going to go through regular shipping channels. But if it's hidden, if it's like hidden behind something, then
right.
they can detect something where it would be hidden.
Right. No, that is good. I mean, like you could get like traffickers of child porn that way and shit. It's like sounds good.
Well, it seems like it's specifically used to prevent copyright theft.
Right.
Which I don't know how. I don't personally endorse piracy, that sort of thing, but I have reservations about it being taught in classroom.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems weird to me that the MPA would be behind school curriculum, would have their hands on school curriculum.
Yeah, it is odd.
I guess though, it is, and it's sort of off-putting that they're using the dogs because like kids like dogs,
Yeah, but don't they have to be dogs to sniff stuff out like that?
Why? I don't mean that they're using the dogs. I mean that they're using the dogs to sell the idea to kids.
Oh,
that's what seems like a bit shady, if you will. Although I do not agree with the DVD pirates putting a bounty on their heads.
There's a wanted poster for them. Google image search for Lucky and Flo.
Is it a legitimate wanted poster? Or is
it's a silly photoshopped one.
Okay.
It says wanted dead.
Yeah.
It's just a weird idea of a dog that can smell CDs. Like I'm still just having difficulty thinking about that.
Well, they can smell the type of, I guess, plastic that's used.
Right.
Dogs are good at smelling.
Yeah.
It's one of their. What if a government agency or an agency trained dogs to detect where other dogs' butts were?
It's been a huge success.
Yeah. What if it was a thing like $11 billion later?
Eureka!
Yeah. We're able to locate a dog's butt anywhere in the continental U.S.
You'll never get a a briefcase in with a dog's ass.
Oh God. All right, what do you have, Alec?
All right, I have Pulgasari. You guys know Pulgasari?
No.
No.
All right, well, Pulgasari is a 1985 North Korean fantasy action monster film directed by Shin Sang-ok and Chong Gon-jo. The film starred Chang Sun-hui and Pak Sung-ho and featured special effects by Duck Ho Kim, supervised by Teruyoshi Nakano. The film was loosely based on the legend of the Pulgasari. Director Shin had been kidnapped in 1978 by North Korean intelligence on the orders of Kim Jong-il, son of then-ruling Kim Il-sung. Kim was a lifelong admirer of the director as well as Godzilla and other kaiju films. He kidnapped the former director and his wife, famous actress Choi Yoon-hee, with the specific purpose of making fantasy/propaganda films for the North Korean government. Kim Jong-il also produced Pulgasari, and the film that Sang-ok made before he and Choi managed to escape from their minders while on festival tour in Austria.
Oh God.
Teruyoshi Nakano and the staff from Japan's Toho Studios, creators of Godzilla, participated in the creating of the film's special effects.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't believe so. That'd be fun.
It looks good. Like,
Yeah,
looking
it does
at
look
pictures.
What is the name of it again?
Pulgasari.
Pulgasari. I don't know how.
I just looked up
You-
North Korea
oh.
Godzilla.
Yeah, that'll probably bring it up too. Big
It
time.
does look like a Godzilla.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a devil. He's got horns like that.
It kind of looks like a Godzilla and a Power Ranger enemy and a bad gremlin.
What is he supposed? Is he supposed to represent like decadent Westernism or like what?
Well, it does say the one of the people involved in it did later say that the monster is supposed to represent the corruption and the decadence in North Korea. The ruling class.
So like
After the fact.
pre-revolutionary decadence.
I think just the decadence going on over there, like still, just the
Oh, so there's still too much decadence in North Korea at the time.
yeah,
the
he
film
was talking.
made.
Yeah, this was still Kim Jong Il, all them, and their well, I guess he wasn't dictator then, but his dad was Kim
Yeah.
Il-sung. So there's all that.
I don't know. I take issue with the dictator. I think you mean glorious leader.
Oh, okay.
No,
You're
I'm just kidding. I don't
Oh,
want
wow.
people to really think that that's my opinion.
I doubt they would.
Alleged dictator.
Yes, very diplomatic. Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting find. I would like to see. I love there's a kind. I feel like I have seen like videos of like North Korean shit before. There's this kind of weird tone to it. It's kind of interesting. Like, I bet this is probably very engaging.
Oh, I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Fascist media is always very funny. It's totalitarian entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think Kim Jong-il would object to the term fascist entertainment.
Perfect entertainment, more like it.
Yeah. It's a bold embodiment of the ideals of Juche. Expertly handled by my director.
By a kidnapped director.
By my glorious guest director.
I mean, that should be a list of movies made under duress.
Yeah, that's a weird idea. Just forced art is a It's an interesting topic.
It's a good idea.
No, it's not.
No, this director probably said, I didn't like it, but I think the best thing I ever made was probably Pulgasari.
The stress of the situation.
Really, pushed me to create a great work.
Yeah. I guess it's sort of like a triumph from adversity. Yeah. Very interesting. I look forward to it being added to Netflix. I'll put it on my queue.
I'll be requesting a copy from Pyongyang.
I'll arrest you for it.
Does Kim Jong-il have like an executive producer credit on it?
I don't know. I hope he has some kind of cameo in it.
There should be a North Korean Netflix.
I don't think they really have internet.
Yeah, I guess there's no market for it. It would just be, right, Westerners.
Yeah, I think it's all just like, I think very few people have access to the limited internet they have.
Right.
It's like 2% of the population or something. Small amount.
Right.
Yeah. All right. What do you have, Dave?
Okay. Ubu Roi. Have you guys heard of this?
Definitely, I've read it.
Oh, you've read Ubu for class or independently?
Independently.
Do you know this, Alec?
I've not heard of this.
Okay. I'm not going to go over... There's a lot to this article. I'm just going to try to cover the main things, or the stuff I thought was interesting. Ubu Roi, also known as Ubu the King, or King Ubu, is a play by Alfred Jarry. It was first performed in Paris at the Théâtre de l'Europe, causing a riotous response in the audience as it opened and closed on December 10th, 1896. It is considered a wild, bizarre, and comic play, significant for the way it overturns cultural norms, rules, and conventions. For those who were in the audience on that night to witness the response, including William Butler Yeats, it seemed an event of revolutionary importance. It is now seen by some as to have opened the door for what was to become known as modernism in the 20th century. It is a precursor to Dada surrealism in the theater of the absurd. It is the first of 3 stylized burlesques in which Jarry satirizes power, greed, and their evil practices, in particular the propensity of the complacent bourgeoisie to abuse the authority engendered by success. The title is sometimes translated as King Turd. However, the word Ubu is merely a nonsense word that evolved from the French pronunciation of the name Herbert, which was the name of one of Jarry's teachers, whom was the satirical target and inspirer of the first versions of the play. Jarry has made some suggestions regarding how his play should be performed. He wanted King Ubu to wear a cardboard horse's head in certain scenes, as in Old English theater, and for he intended to write a gigono, which he thought a suitably costumed person would enter, as in puppet shows, to put up signs indicating the locations of the various scenes. He also wanted costumes with as little specific local color reference or historical accuracy as possible. So, that's the overview. So, it's kind of, it looks like one of these, I don't know if it was seen to have opened the door for modernism in the 20th century, but I mean, it does look very modern, though. It looks like something, looks like a modern playbill, you know? So, alright, I'll go over a little of the synopsis and the background. The story at first glance might seem frivolous, the obscene nonsense of schoolboys. It is a parody of Shakespeare's Macbeth with bits of Hamlet and King Lear tossed in. But with Jarry's rich imagination at work, the material began to express something deeper, an inner consciousness in a way that is similar to the Symbolists, a group Jarry had befriended. In fact, many critics consider Jarry a Symbolist author. The action in the play contains motifs found in Shakespeare, like a king's murder and a scheming wife from Macbeth, the ghost from Hamlet, Fortinbras's revolt from Hamlet, the reneging of Buckingham's reward from Richard III, the pursuing bear from The Winter's Tale. It also included other cultural references, for example, Sophocles' Oedipus the King and the play's title rather. Ubu Roi is seen to have preceded in the spirit of outrageousness and comic grotesquerie by the great French Renaissance author Francois Rabelais' Gargantuan and Pantagruel novels. And I kind of remember those being brought up. The language of the play is a unique mix of slang from the playground, code words, puns, and near gutter vocabulary set to strange speech patterns. And this is the part that I think is interesting, that I kind of feel like I relate with a little bit. According to Jane Taylor, the central character is notorious for his infantile engagement with his world. Ubu inhabits a domain of greedy self-gratification, Jared's metaphor for the modern man. He is an anti-hero, fat, ugly, vulgar, gluttonous, grandiose, dishonest, stupid, Eugene, voracious, greedy, cruel, cowardly, and evil, who grew out of schoolboy legends about the imaginary life of a hated teacher who had at one point in their stories been a slave on a Turkish galley, frozen in the ice in Norway, and more than once the king of Poland. Ubu Roi follows and explores his political, marital, and felonious exploits. There is, wrote Taylor, a particular kind of pleasure for an audience watching these infantile attacks. Part of this satisfaction arises from the fact that in the burlesque mode which Jerry invents, there is no place for consequence. While Ubu may be relentless in his political aspirations and brutal in his personal relations, he apparently has no measurable effect upon those which inhabit the farcical world which he creates around himself. He thus acts out of our most childish rages and desires in which we seek to gratify ourselves at all costs. The derived adjective Ubuesque is recurrent in French and Francophile political debate. So, that whole thing about kind of making these myths about people when you're a kid with your friends, I don't know if everybody does that. I feel like I did a little bit of it, and I've met friends of mine later in life who talk about doing that as well. So I find that to be kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you do that, Alec?
I didn't do that, but I remember hearing stories about teachers like that.
Yeah. I never did that, and I don't remember doing that at all, or taking part of it, except the occasional rumor, but not any myth level or legend.
Yeah, I guess
sort
not
of thing.
Legendary level.
Just you hear that, this teacher went out with this teacher sort of thing as like a
Yeah,
as a
that's
as
definitely
a
not legendary.
no like a
kinda
slight
similar.
example.
It's kind of similar. It's
Yeah.
like sexual legends.
Yeah, it's not really a legend. It's just like rumor or gossip.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's not like he was this teacher killed 5 men in Thailand.
No, but it is like if you had like a real asshole teacher who had maybe like a little scar below his eye, that's when one of his victims stabbed him in the face. You know what I mean? You kind of, there's offhand comments, I think, are what these things grow out of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had any scarred teachers, though.
I mean, that's just a shitty example. Yeah.
One time I had a substitute teacher that had all of the sides and back part of his head shaved, and then he had a long ponytail from the top, and he had a hyphenated last name. He and his wife had both taken each other's names.
Right. There's a lot to work with that one.
I didn't, because I had long hair at the time, and a lot of kids would say, oh, he looks like you, or you look like him, and I did not care for that at all. Because I never wore my hair in a ponytail.
Oh, What were some funny rumors? Were there any rumors about that teacher?
I just remember thinking like, because also my last name is hyphenated, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
Oh, yeah, I could see, yeah. So for kids, you're the same person, right? Like, we'll do.
And I remember thinking like how horrible that ponytail was. But I never, you know. I just like, why are you doing? Why like? Wouldn't it just be better if you both kept your own names instead of changing both of them to a hyphenated name? Having a hyphenated name is not fun.
Right.
A lot of extra work.
Yeah, it's all nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with other fucking, like, kids are so fucking stupid, like, having to explain that to, like, dumbass, like, other kids, like, I imagine, like, leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was no Alfred Jarry.
There was a funny rumor about the principal at our high school that they said he had a weed leaf tattoo on his ass cheek, and that this is kind of gross, and that he used to eat the Spanish teacher's pussy. So
yeah, again, that's not like legend. It's not legend making, but just seems like idle school gossip.
But this character it paints of him, this like crazy pussy eating maniac with a
that's all he does.
Weed leaf tattoo on his ass. Like,
why is that crazy though? That's not a crazy.
Well, it paints this just funny image of just this kind of decadent, like, you know, like administrator. Like, it's really, I always thought it was really funny. Like,
you were in high school when that
Yeah.
was a rumor?
No, I think I may have heard it after. I heard a lot of shit afterwards. I can't remember if it was.
It was after high school. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear any crazy legends from any of the people we had at school at SVA?
No.
They were kind of out in the open with all their shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah. Different.
Anything like that.
No crazy rumors?
No, nothing.
I heard a rumor that Keith Mayerson was gay. It turned out it was it turned out it was substantiated though.
Yeah.
Cuz yeah.
I'm trying to think if I remember anything. Like, it just there isn't that like a high school is different because everyone kind of has to act like, you know, it's like kids and everyone's these responsible adults. There's like more college is different. Like, there's more room for kind of rumor, I feel like, in high schools.
Cuz the setup of, you know, like the authority structure is different.
Right. They're not just like your professors. They're like, you know, they're more symbolic almost. It's hard to explain.
Well, do you have any plans to read the play, Dave?
You know, I should include this. I don't know if I will. I've read some of it, I think, in the past. I should finish it. But there is a very fucking good version of it on YouTube. And, you know, yeah.
In English?
No, but it's got
subtitles?
It's got subtitles, and they really do it up. It's with the whole costumes and everything, so it's really good.
I'll have to check it. Why don't you send me a link to that?
Yeah, I will. I actually kind of, even if something isn't English, I'll watch it with subtitles on frequently. So
I tend not to do that.
Sometimes I don't understand people, or it's easier. Like, I don't know.
How about you, Alec? Are you going to check this one out?
I got it up on YouTube right now.
Oh, don't watch it during the show.
Oh, I definitely won't.
It looks good though, right? Doesn't it look?
It does
pretty,
look good.
Yeah, it's like real. It looks like some residents, like early residents or something. Like, it's really nice costumes and good sound and everything.
Just thinking that.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
Is there any tie to Sit Ubu Sit?
Good dog.
There are references. No. They say producer Derry Goldberg named his dog Ubu and his production company Ubu Productions. Yeah.
That would be Sit Ubu Sit, wouldn't it?
I don't know. The figure of Ubu Roi, as depicted by Jerry in his woodcut, appears to have inspired the character Oogie Boogie in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I could see that.
It's like a fat form with like a pointy, those ends like that.
Mm-hmm. Filled up with bugs.
It's a funny character, just like this like rude, pushy, fat guy.
Mm-hmm. Also, Ubu Productions is Sit Ubu Sit.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That's what I postulated.
Mm-hmm. You were right.
Yeah. All right. Well, should we get on to the games?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I think Alex should go last because I think he has good games. I have a shitty one. You want to do mine first?
Yeah, sure.
All right. It's a true or false test. It's about quotes. Okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Against boredom, even gods struggle in vain. Will Smith.
False.
Yeah, I'll say false too.
It was Friedrich Nietzsche.
I kind of assumed it was.
All right, next. Even Hitler didn't wake up going, "Let me do the most evil thing I can do today." John Wayne Gacy.
True.
False.
Wait, who said false? Who said true?
I said true.
I said false.
Joe is correct. That is Will Smith. He got in big trouble for that. He had to explain it away. Yeah.
It is sort of.
No,
I don't know.
It's taken out of context. The wider quote is like people. It's like he says it's because of a weird sense of logic. People will wake up, think they're doing things because they're right, kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
he did. People, there were news stories about it where they say Will Smith says Hitler didn't do anything wrong, like or shit like that. So he got really pissed off about it. It's kind of funny.
That's almost as good as my battle with the bottle.
Right.
You know, it was a really good one I saw. I saw it on Tumblr.
What?
It was an old one from. It said Ike beats Tina to death. It was about Ike Turner, but it was like he got to death before she did.
Oh, so stupid.
It's really good though. It's really well worded.
It's pretty funny.
All right, you ready for that? Plato is boring. Bill Gates.
False.
True.
It was Friedrich Nietzsche.
Yeah.
False. I would definitely not be homosexual. I've got nothing against what they do, and I don't deny that I've engaged with sex with males, but that I'm bisexual. John Wayne Gacy.
True.
I'll say false.
It's true. He said that.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. It's possible you can never know that the universe exists only for me. If so, it's sure going well for me, I must admit. Jeffrey Dahmer.
False.
Yeah, false.
It's another Will Smith.
Bill Gates.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
The only thing that I see that's distinctly different about me is I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill, right? I will run. I will not be outworked. Bill Gates.
False.
False.
We're both correct. It was Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've only 3 of these. It's famous last words, Where is my clock?
That's Oh, are you gonna give us a thing?
No.
That's I don't know.
No clue.
Salvador Dali.
Okay.
I thought that was so stupid. Kiss my ass, you'll never find the rest. Last words before lethal injection.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Take a guess. Kiss my ass, you'll never find the rest. The rest refers to the bodies of other victims.
John Wayne
Okay.
Gacy.
Yes, it's John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
All right, this one's a little bit out of left field. My watch. As this person was dying in their wife's arms, their watch had fallen out of their pocket.
Is that Albert Einstein?
Alec?
Is that Will Smith?
Well,
Bill Gates?
Nietzsche.
The correct answer was Richard Wagner.
Okay.
So Wagner was dying in his wife's arms. His watch fell out of his pocket. He said, "My watch," and then he died.
Yeah.
So that's my game. You guys did good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty good one.
Thank you. What do you have, or what do you guys got? Or whatever. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, I've got one. I've got all right. I would have list of box office #1 films. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a year. I'm going to choose a year, and then I'm going to read several films.
Okay.
I want you to tell me which film spent the most weeks at the #1 position.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to be working from for 1989. Which film spent the most weeks at the #1 spot? Would it be Rain Man? Lethal Weapon 2? Or Look Who's Talking? 1989.
We'll say, "Look Who's Talking."
I'll say Lethal Weapon 2.
It is Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
It had 5 weeks in the #1 spot.
People love baby movies.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit of a deception because I think Rain Man was #1 at the beginning of the year, and what do you call it? It could have been also #1 towards the end of the year. So I'm not sure though. It wasn't. So yeah, Look Who's Talking had the most weeks at #1.
It's just like seems like one of those ones where like oh fuck, like why is this stupid baby movie still making so much money? And it's just like, oh, just so many people went to see it. What do you want? Like they just kept seeing it. Like
I think that's a pretty good movie.
do you think it was like people rewatching it? Like, man, I just have to see that again.
I very much doubt that, but
Yeah.
all right. Here's from 1991. Is it The Silence of the Lambs, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, or Hot Shots?
Terminator 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Hot Shots.
Dave's going with the one that would seem the least likely, based on how good of a movie it is. Now I threw you a curveball. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, okay.
5 weeks at #1.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Good
those
movie.
all. Yeah, it is a good movie. I prefer Terminator 2 though.
That's a fun one.
I'm surprised that didn't. Yeah, that seems like.
Well, what I would imagine is Terminator 2 came out in the summer, so there's more big movies in the summer.
More competition, right?
Yeah. And Silence of the Lambs came out earlier in the year.
Makes
All right.
sense.
All right, I'll let you guys choose the year next. What year do you want to go for?
1995.
How about you, Dave? I'll do Dave next.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Is it Casper? Apollo 13? Or 7?
Casper.
Apollo 13.
Yeah. Casper died at the box office.
Well, it's number one, so it's at number one for at least for more than 1 week. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Wow.
Apollo. Yeah.
So you both say Apollo?
Yes.
I'll give it to you. Apollo and 7 both spent 4 weeks at number one.
Really? 7 that long? That's ridiculous. I did like that movie, but it's one of those movies like 8mm where it just kind of feels like a guilty pleasure.
I think 7's pretty well respected in the film world.
That's
Yeah,
the one
definitely.
about the serial killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, who does the different killings based off the deadly sins?
Now, let me ask you this. What spent more... This is a follow-up for 1995. What spent more weeks at number one? Waterworld or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, they got the franchise behind that, so it's true.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah, it is Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 3 weeks, Waterworld 2 weeks.
Waterworld's a more engaging concept, though.
I like Waterworld. I think it's underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
Never actually seen it.
They live on boats.
It looks like from...
Give you a plot summary.
It's a good concept.
I
They
think
filter
it
their
is.
pee to drink it again, too? Isn't that something?
That's at the very beginning.
Okay.
And once I went on a trip with my parents, and they got the Waterworld audiobook, and they had to turn it off because I think they're talking about a character's penis. Isn't that funny?
It's pretty good.
Or I think it was sex. It's like he grabbed her breasts, like, or something. There's some shit like that. They're like, all right, it's enough of that. It was like you could get like the audio books at Cracker Barrel. Do you remember this shit? Did you guys ever deal with that?
Yeah, I remember audiobooks.
Like on cassette? Yeah.
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 It'd be like six tapes or something.
They had that really good thing at Cracker Barrels where you could be a part of a program and you could pick it up at one place and drop it off at another one. It was very bizarre.
Yeah, I've only been to Cracker Barrel a handful of times, so
They're like road restaurants. They're not usually. You only usually see them along highways and shit.
pretty much.
I've never been, but I've driven past several.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go.
Maybe. I've heard good things.
Yeah.
They have like a whole like room full of like weird, dopey tourist trap shit, and then the restaurant. Like they all have this like fucking general store area. It's interesting.
They have the general store. They've got a bunch of wacky stuff on the wall. Not wacky, but like
It's like
a slice of home sort of thing.
and like road amusements, like road games and shit.
I've been to places like that, but never a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
You guys ever been to a Stuckey's before?
I think I've seen those. I don't think I've been to one.
Kind of like a cheapo 7-Eleven precursor.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
Beef jerky and coffee are their two big things.
It's like a trucker's place, right?
Yeah. Definitely a trucker place.
All right, Dave, you want to pick a year?
Let's do 97.
All right, 97. Okay. Let's see here. Would it be... let's see. I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic Park: The Lost World?
Mm-hmm.
Or The Empire Strikes Back Special Edition?
Empire Strikes Back Special Edition.
What were the Lost World? What was the other one?
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. They sound like weak ones compared to the re-release.
So you're both choosing Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I guess that was more popular than I thought.
That had 3 weeks at number 1. Empire Strikes Back had 2 weeks.
Well, it was a re-release.
And then Return of the Jedi had 1 week. Let's see what else. Mortal Kombat Annihilation had 1 week. In and Out had 1 week. I saw that with my mom in the theater.
Which one was that?
That's where Kevin Kline is gay. I also saw Michael in the theater with my mom. That had 1 week in 97.
That's the Angel one, right?
Yeah, we've talked about this before on the show.
All that shit about pies in it.
Oh, yeah.
I like that movie. It has a good soundtrack.
Is it like make you feel like real sentimental? Like doesn't he get to like Times Square at the end and like his wings fall off?
I think he goes to Chicago. I think they go to Chicago.
It's in some like isn't it by like a big tree or some shit?
I don't know. It's like they're walking through the street.
Yeah.
And then everything freezes except for them.
Because he's an angel.
He is an angel. Yeah.
It's a weird movie.
It's fucking weird, right?
I think it's better than Phenomenon.
Which one's Phenomenon?
That's the one where John Travolta gets powers.
I've never seen that one.
He gets like telekinetic powers. And I think also like increased IQ. But I think it's like he's having like a brain tumor or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember in Michael, he's like this rough living angel that like fucks women. He has sex with like this waitress along the way or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
I think that is the thing. Like women can't resist him because of his scent.
because he's a divine being.
And then I remember also like they were like Andy McDowell was like, why don't I find you irresistible? And he's like, because I willed it not to be that way.
Angels decide their sexual orientation.
I like that movie. I wonder if that's on Netflix.
I don't think it is.
You're gonna have to pay a lot if you want to see Michael again.
I'm sure it's on their DVD service, though.
All right, I'll do one more. I'll do 2008, the year we graduated from college.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Is it let's see what here. Is it Cloverfield?
No.
Wall-E or Tropic Thunder?
Fuck, those all sound terrible. I don't know.
I like Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder was funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Wall-E. I don't know. I feel like that didn't even do that fucking good though. I don't know.
Didn't that win an award or something for that year for animated something or other?
I feel like it was kind of critically received well, but like I didn't think. I feel like you didn't get a whole bunch of repeats of it, did you? You know, so I don't think it did that well.
No.
What was the first one again? The one I said no to right away.
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. I'm almost thinking it's fucking Cloverfield. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Find out.
So Dave says Cloverfield. Alex says Wall-E. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
The correct answer is Tropic Thunder.
Oh
Wow, really?
How many?
Yeah. 3 weeks.
Wow.
The Dark Knight was the number one before it, which had 4 weeks, but that wasn't part of it. I figured The Dark Knight would be an easy, so I didn't give it. See what else was there in theaters. High School Musical 3, the first Twilight, Burn After Reading, Beverly Hills Chihuahua. You know, my grandmother, she went to, I remember she saw Burn After Reading, and she kept calling it Read It and Burn.
That sounds better.
Well, it's like Read It and Weep, I think was the
Oh, right.
the idea behind it. All right. Yeah. All right, well, I could do one more. We could go on to Alex's game.
I'm down for one more.
All right.
Do a true or false.
Let me go old. I'll go 1973. All right. All right. True or I don't know how to do true or false. All right. In 1973, true or false? Poseidon Adventure spent more weeks in the number one spot than American Graffiti.
True.
Yeah, I'll say true.
It's false. American Graffiti spent more spots at the number one. 6 weeks at number one.
How many was Poseidon Adventure there?
5.
That's still a decent clip.
It seems like a lot of these in 73 there were a lot of like
Have more staying power.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Lady Ice, which was only there for 1 week.
Never heard of that one.
Neither have I.
There's just less movies then or something.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I know I was wrong. American Graffiti spent 7 weeks at number one, not 6.
Ah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's your game, Alec?
All right. Well, mine is also another film-based game. Like yours. Uh-oh. Doubling up. It is fictional presidents in films. So I'm going to give you a name of an actor, name of the fictional president they play, and you're going to tell me what film that was in.
This is like a similar game.
Well, yeah, I did actors that played real presidents before.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we got President Tom Beck, played by Morgan Freeman.
So what movie he was in? Is that what you're asking? What movie he was in?
What movie is that?
I don't recall Morgan Freeman being president.
That seems like a sci-fi movie. Like, I feel like I've seen something like that.
I know he was like a general in Dreamcatcher.
It's kind of sci-fi. It's kind of a plausible sci-fi sort of scenario.
Fifth Element?
No.
No, that's not too plausible.
Battleship Troop or whatever. Starship Troopers.
No, way more plausible than that.
Yeah, he said plausible. Not, like that's very far removed from
Battlefield Earth.
What the hell's
I
wrong
think we're
with
like
you?
natural, like a natural disaster kind of thing.
Okay.
Was it The Day After Tomorrow?
No. Do you have a guess, Dave?
I don't. I'm trying to think.
I guess that's not plausible either.
Fuck. I don't know.
It's from Deep Impact.
Oh, that's right.
It's about a comet going to collide with the Earth.
Yes. It came out around the time that Armageddon came out.
Yeah.
97.
They had no fictional president in that one, though, I guess. All right, so let me see. All right. Maze Gilliam, played by Chris Rock.
Oh, is that one where Chris Rock becomes president?
Is that
It is that one.
What is that one where it's like is it like some doofy name like In the House or something?
It's not quite that doofy.
Was that a horribly racist statement that I just made?
No.
Indo White House? First Kid?
No, that's Sinbad, and he's not president. He's a Secret Service
I
agent.
thought there may have been a comedian playing the president or something.
But it wasn't Chris Rock. It was a white president because the kid was white in that.
Still could have been Chris Rock.
Chris Rock had a white son in that movie, is what you're postulating?
Oh, it's his son. I thought First Kid was a kid who was a Secret Service agent.
No, Sinbad's the Secret Service agent.
Oh, that's right.
Charged with protecting the son.
No, I thought Chris Rock had a white son and he was president. Yeah.
Sinbad was Secret Service.
We talked about First Kid when I did mine because Bill Clinton made a cameo in that.
In First Kid?
Yeah.
Fuck, I do not know the movie where Chris Rock was the president.
What is it? Is it like Head of State or something? Does it have head in the title?
That's you just got it right. Yeah, that's the name of the movie.
Head of State?
Head of State is the name.
I thought it had more of like a more of like a pun aspect to it, though.
No, it's just Head of State. The tagline for it was "The only thing white is the house."
Okay, I knew there was something about some play about the house.
Right.
In
so
the house.
Joe takes lead with one. I'll just go to this one next because it makes sense. Who played President Paul Davenport in the film First Kid?
That's harder.
That's probably just a nobody, right? Like
It is a nobody.
I don't recall the guy's name. I think I would recognize his face, but
James Naughton. We'll just scratch that one off the list.
yeah, how am I supposed to get that, Alec?
I thought you might really like First Kid.
I'm not.
I talked about it a whole lot.
I'm not knowing who that is.
Oh, that's good. I saw First Kid with my mom in the theater.
I probably did too. I saw that movie a couple times.
I used to go to the movies a lot with my mom.
Okay, here's an easy one. In what film does David Carradine play President Frankenstein?
Is that one of the Death Race movies?
Could be.
Death Race 2?
Don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go wherever Joe says. I have no idea.
It's Death Race 2000.
Oh.
The 1974 one.
Oh, I kind of remember that. I
He
do.
becomes president at the end when he runs over the current dictator, Mr. President.
Those movies are weird.
Yeah, they are. I've only seen that one, the first one.
Oh.
Everyone gets naked halfway through randomly.
It's no Michael.
It's still Michael.
Michael's
Okay.
good. I have no tolerance for Michael bashing.
For angel bashing.
Yeah.
All right. What you got
Okay.
next? That was a good one.
Here's all right, so Bill Pullman played Thomas J. Whitman in this.
Independence Day.
That's Joe.
Yes, that's right.
Dave shouldn't get it. I said it first.
You did. Okay.
Dave shouldn't be allowed to piggyback off of my correct answers.
Whatever.
It should be first come, first serve.
All right. Well, I have one last president, fake president, I should say. Jack Nicholson played President James
Mars
Dale.
Attacks.
You got it. That's Joe got that one. Bonus question. After he dies, who plays his daughter, Kathy
Natalie
Dale?
Portman.
All right, Joe got both of those.
Knows the cast of Mars Attacks like the back of your hand.
Oh, there's a lot of heavy hitters in that one.
Yeah, that's true.
A one Lucas Haas. Tom Jones.
I remember that.
Yeah. Pam Grier. Jim Brown. Jack Black. Martin Short. Et al. Who else
Pretty
is
much.
in that movie?
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, that's right. Is Sarah Jessica Parker in that? Is she also a dog?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're the ones whose heads fall off at the end.
Oh yeah.
And they play that Slim. They play Slim Whitman in the. That's the climactic part.
And they make their brains blow up.
Yeah.
That was an odd movie. I remember how popular it was. It was kind of this whole retro thing for a little bit, like that retro futurist kind of thing.
I remember they re-released the cards when that came out, which was cool.
Who the fuck put that out? Like, how they get all these fucking people in it? It seems like a shitload of money in retrospect.
It was a Tim Burton
movie.
Oh, it was Tim Burton. I see.
I don't remember liking it that much when I saw it.
Not, or you did?
I didn't.
I thought it was pretty good.
I remember I thought the Martians were cool, but I think I was expecting it to be funnier.
It's sort of depressing.
Yeah. They just win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in years. I have to see that again.
You know what's upsetting? That Martians Go Home. The movie, not the
I thought you
idea.
were talking about the
I
end.
don't know with the idea.
No.
It's so sad when aliens have to leave.
Yeah. No, Martians Go Home with Randy Quaid. I think we talked about that on this show, Dave.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It's forgettable. Yeah. Well, it's pretty good. You guys want to just chat for another 10 minutes and have that be part of the show?
Sure.
Well, you should do all your fucking plugs. Get all that kind of thing out of the way.
I like the poster for Martians Go Home. Just looked it up.
I'll have to check that out.
Randy Quaid's got a goofy look on his face.
Yeah, Randy Quaid's a weird guy.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple different... Yeah, it's not a particularly good movie.
Doesn't sound like one.
And they also had My Favorite Martian, the remake.
I remember that.
I think it's Christopher Lloyd and Jeff Daniels. I almost said Jack Daniels.
Sounds right. Cast, I mean.
All right, well, I'll take this time to tell people that they should check out Omega Land, the post-apocalyptic tarot deck. It's available on Amazon. It's very good. You guys should check it out. And Alec, do you have anything you would like to plug?
No, just that same blog that I haven't been updating lately.
You got to update your blogs, Alec.
I know, I gotta get on top of that again.
Yeah.
Being lazy.
What else is going on with you guys? Anything good?
Yeah, I've been working again.
That's good.
Where are you working?
Oh, no, I didn't get a job.
Okay.
I have been if you need a good site for finding jobs, you should look up Book Jobs. Actually, that's a site I've been using recently. There's good stuff on there. it's like publishing jobs. So that's kind of interesting. But no, I've been drawing again. I think I might actually try to get a comic out, like a 24-pager, hopefully by the end of the month. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I was wondering, like, what do you guys feel like ebooks are kind of like? That's kind of presuming, like, it's kind of classist, right? Like, I don't know, like, about. It's hard to know about selling books these days.
I think ebooks are fine. You know, it's definitely cheaper than having a print run for something.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you feel about paying like $1.99 for essentially a fucking PDF though? Like, I have difficulty reconciling that.
Well, I mean, $1.99 is cheap for a 24-page comic, so it kind of balances out with the fact that it's a PDF, not a physical thing.
I don't really. I like having a physical comic personally, but
yeah, I'm kind of debating what to do. I'm thinking maybe to just put out small installments, like monthly, and then once I have enough, then do the whole create space thing and make a book. You know what I mean? Like, that seems logical.
I'd say the way to do it would be like, you know, publish it digitally until you have the whole thing done, then do like a graphic novel kind of thing.
Right, and if someone ever wanted to do issues, they could always just re-release it.
Yeah,
or
just
whatever.
yeah.
That's true. You don't think though? Like, I feel like once you only sell it like on Amazon or something, you're gonna get all those people that fuck Amazon. It fucks over. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of a tough thing. It's a loaded thing.
Yeah.
Have you heard?
I don't think Amazon's the only game in town though. If you want to do digital publishing.
Yeah, that's true. Just distribute everywhere.
Yeah. Just promote it yourself, and you know, screw them.
Yeah.
I'm currently in sort of accidentally bidding on a gun.
What kind of gun?
A French Maz 49. I really don't want to win it.
Can't you withdraw?
How are you accidentally bidding on it?
I guess I didn't accidentally, but I realized I didn't have as much money as I thought I had. I thought I had way more money than I had, but I forgot that I spent a huge amount of money on my car, and then I paid off a bunch of things. That's it.
All you're doing is making the price go up for some poor bastard.
Somebody else should buy it, so I don't get stuck with it and then have to buy it.
You can't withdraw a bid? I guess not.
I don't fucking know.
Well, maybe you can.
There's 21 hours left, so someone else please buy it. Alec, you want to buy a gun?
No, thank you.
You sure?
How much are you bidding for it?
My top bid is $450.
My God,
Which is pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap for a full size battle rifle.
Maybe you could sell it for more if you get stuck with it.
I really doubt it. Because I also have to pay the shipping and the transfer fee.
Just log out real quick. It's like abort.
No, I bid for it a week ago.
Oh, just delete your account.
No, because what if I want to buy something in the future?
Just make a new one.
I don't want to do that.
Rather just buy it and deal with that.
My word is my bond. I don't want to not, you know.
Right.
I committed to buying it, so unless someone else outbids me, I guess I have to.
For $450?
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, it's not like I get nothing. I would get the gun.
Well, that's true. You do get the gun.
It's not like it's down the drain.
Just start like worriedly messaging the guy selling it. Please stop the auction. Cancel.
Help.
I can't.
No.
I butt bid.
No. I don't know. There's part of me that would like to get it, but I guess the position I'm in is if someone else bids, I'm not gonna rebid on it.
Yeah. You should maybe write that comment. Like,
I can't. I don't think I can write a comment. I could ask seller a question, but that won't help.
he'll just close
Please
you up.
ignore my bid.
No, that'd be a bad thing to do. And if I was going to do it, I should have done it as soon as I did the bid. But it looks pretty good, actually. It looks like a good weapon.
Doesn't look like you can cancel a bid
Where are you looking?
on eBay.
It's not on eBay.
Oh, I thought you said it was on eBay.
No, I said I'm bidding online. You can't sell guns on eBay.
Oh.
You could probably make some of it back. You could sell it locally or something.
I'm not selling it if I get it.
If I'm getting it.
Oh, if I get it, I'm keeping it. I just don't want to buy it. I prefer someone else bought it, and then maybe I could buy another gun later. It's not like I'm going to go. It's not like I'm going to go into debt for it. I just would prefer to have more money. Are you going to leave this in the show?
Maybe some of it.
Yeah. If you guys were going to get a gun, what would you get?
A Luger.
How about you, Alec?
I don't even know any guns.
If you could only have one gun, Joe, what would it be?
Probably a 38 caliber revolver.
That's your last, like, that's just has the most immediate use.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, I would want it for self-defense reasons.
I like the Derringer. It's kind of cute.
What kind of Derringer would you get?
Oh, man, I don't know. The little one. Are they all little?
No, some of them are bigger, depending on what caliber they fire.
I don't know the different types. I'm just looking at Google image search.
What'd you do, type in Derringer?
Yeah, because I looked up tiny guns, and then that came up, and I looked up images of Derringers, and there's a bunch.
I don't know. What I would if you're interested in Derringers, what I would recommend is the high standard Derringer. I like that Derringer. It's a double action Derringer. Are you looking that up?
I am.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
And I recently earlier this year I bought a double tap.
What is a double tap?
It's a more modern Derringer.
Mm.
And it's a very overpowered Derringer for personal defense.
Oh wow, it looks crazy.
Yeah, it really hurts the recoil. Like it really hurts your hand.
So flat.
Yeah, that's one of the selling points of it. I don't know. I could ship it to a FFL dealer in your state of residence if you wanted to buy it, Alec.
Oh, that's okay. I don't really want to.
No, you wouldn't be able. You wouldn't be able to do it. You'd have to get so many permits from the city.
Yeah, I'd imagine I can't just go out and grab one.
Hey, so Alec, are a lot of people playing Pokemon Go at the store these days?
Yeah, everyone.
I'd imagine so.
Customers and staff. It's ridiculous.
Have you had to fire anyone because of that yet?
No.
You should fire them all for that.
Fire everyone for playing Pokemon Go.
Are either of you guys playing Pokemon Go?
I have not.
I downloaded it and played it on a cab ride, and I got a whole bunch of stuff on it. But then I read that thing about how they track you with it.
Yeah.
So I deleted it.
All your private data.
Yeah. So
I read a thing that for a brief period they had complete access to your Gmail account.
Yeah, I read that too.
no, there was there was some cracked one, some weird thing like that. Yeah.
I didn't download because I'm not particularly interested in Pokemon.
That's the big reason I didn't download it too.
Top story: Pokemon Go is prohibited by Islam, according to Egyptian religious body.
I believe it.
An official for the top Islamic authority in Egypt told DPA on Thursday that the mobile cell reality game Pokemon Go is prohibited.
You guys heard about the kid that stumbled upon a body too, right?
Yeah. There's all this shit. People are. It's a lot
The
of
bank robbery.
Yeah, people are using it. They're setting up the lures or whatever to. They're setting up a. I guess a lure to lure people.
Or a hot
people
spot or
in.
something.
Yeah.
No, that's what I heard too. That someone put it in the middle of a parking lot, and they would rob people.
Yeah.
They get people to walk to a place by themselves. Yeah.
Steal their phone. Steal their wallet.
You know that they have a phone. Yeah. Anyone that shows up.
That's horrible.
It is pretty terrible.
They should not do that.
Probably end up robbing a bunch of teenagers too.
I hear kids talking about it on the street. I heard a bunch of dumb kids when I went to the grocery store the other day, yelling about Bulbasaur. It was just fuck this, fuck my life.
Yeah.
Still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids like Pokemon.
Still like Pokemon.
It's smart because you can do that selfie shit with it. There's all this kind of social.
I do like that aspect where it's the taking the pictures of them in real life.
Yeah,
That's fun.
That's interesting. Yeah.
There was another game like that on Nintendo 64, wasn't there?
Pokemon Snap. Yeah.
Nintendo 64 is shitty.
Yeah, the graphics don't hold up too well. And that controller's terrible.
Did you hear about the for $60 they have a mini NES?
Really? I didn't hear about that.
It has it comes loaded with 30 games.
I think that sounds. I know I've heard of
Have
that.
something like that?
Yeah. No,
It's complete.
You have that remote you plug into your TV that had Nintendo games on it?
there was that. Yeah, they sell those systems like that.
This is completely new. It just came out today.
And that's probably legitimate too. That thing there's those things you can buy at dollar stores that are have a bootleg version of Mario on them and all these other dumb games. But what you're talking about, Joe, sounds like it's a legitimate thing.
Yeah, it's from Nintendo.
Right.
I've seen the Sego equivalent of that at one of the pharmacies near my apartment.
Yeah.
And it plugs right in with a HDMI. I think I'm going to get one.
That is pretty cool.
How much is it?
$60.
It's actually pretty reasonable.
You want me to read the games that it comes with?
Yes, please. I was just looking for that.
Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghost and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Bros, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out, Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 2, Super Mario Bros 3, Tecmo Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
It's a nice little
What is
bunch
that?
of games.
Super Nintendo?
No, it's regular Nintendo.
Oh, it's regular Nintendo.
Nintendo Mini, I
I
guess
see.
is.
It's a good deal. I get one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy one.
Definitely, why not?
$60.
Yeah. I pay $2 for most of those games.
Or you can get them for free if you steal them.
I'd steal them now.
Stop encouraging that, Dave. I'm gonna get Lucky and Flo to.
I don't encourage anything.
Sniff your ROMs.
All I said that if you steal it, it's free, which is true.
It's also illegal.
Yeah.
Which is true.
I like Super Nintendo. I think they should have Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo's really good.
Then N64 is the worst.
Of those three, definitely.
Yeah, and then GameCube is better than N64. And then it ends there, and then Wii is separate.
How big are the controllers for this? Are they like really small?
I doubt it.
I would hope they're just like normal ones.
Yeah.
That's a fun discovery. When does it come out?
November 11th. Which is Veterans Day.
Good to
The
see.
veteran console.
They're honoring veterans by releasing this.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme? I love that meme. Press X to pay respects. You know that shit?
I don't know that one, no.
It's like, what is it? It's like from one of those stupid like Call of Duty games where
Yeah.
they show like a funeral for a soldier at the beginning, and it says like, press F to pay respects.
It's funny.
All right, I'm looking at it now. Why you actually stand up and walk down the steps. That's crazy.
You could bring that whole thing up as a issue next time.
What was the other one we were gonna read about?
What are you talking
Oh, the forced art.
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up getting a pretty decent pen for drawing on the pad, Joe. I looked into all that.
What'd you get again?
I got a pad recently, and so I was looking for a stylus to draw on it with.
Yeah, what was the pen you got?
What is it? I got it right here. It's like a Jot Pro, a Donnet Jot Pro. It's actually kind of nice. It's it's like a steel pen, but the end of it has just like this flat thing. But like you have a lot of good control though. It's nice.
How much? You said it was like $30?
Yeah, like $30 or something. I could send you the link for it. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, should we wrap up this episode?
Yeah. I'll probably cut it out earlier.
Yeah. All right, well, leave in what you want, I guess. It doesn't really matter.
I'll leave in some stuff.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for listening. Have a good night.
Have a nice night, everyone.
Good night.
Alec, are we all going to stay and chat now that we ended the thing, or are we all going to go away?
I don't know.
Because last time we said good night and then you hung up right away.
Oh, I didn't know you guys hung out and chatted afterwards. That's my bad.
It's all right.
My first time.
I know. It was funny.
You gotta get you a microphone, Alec. Sometimes
I know. How much do one of those go for? I should look that up now.
Mine was super cheap.
Didn't you get yours on sale or some shit though?
Yeah, it was $40.
What do you call one of those?
Snowball, right?
Yeah, Snowball Blue, I guess.
I looked up podcast microphone.
Yeah, it's on all the lists. It's like a pretty standard thing.
I guess there's a Trump meme about Hillary and Pokemon Go.
It's probably a lot by now.
It says crooked, and it's stylized like the E over the accent over the E. Crooked Hillary. No, it says. And it says crooked Hillary often found lying to the American people, rigging the system, and sharing top secret emails.
Did you see that thing about Trump sharing that meme with the Star of David on it with Hillary Clinton?
No.
It was like...
Sounds pretty good, though.
It was a meme of Hillary Clinton, and it said something on it like something about most corrupt donors, and that phrase was written in a Star of David shape, and Trump had posted that to his Twitter, and all these people were like, yo, he's clearly anti-Semitic. Like, here it is. Like, he
probably just saw it and was like, he wasn't looking. I would imagine you could easily see something and then not
That's
see
what he
that.
said. That's what his defense was like, he found like a picture of like a Frozen packaging that had a similar star. He's like, why aren't you going after Disney?
I remember when I was on Tumblr, there was a guy like a guy in the like one of the right anarchist guys, and who's also very like pro guns, and like he somewhat like it was an innocuous thing, and he posted a GIF response that was Geordi from Star Trek going no, but he didn't realize that, like, he said he grabbed the first one he found, but he didn't realize that it was Geordi going no, like while looking at a screen, and then someone inserted the words KFC declares bankruptcy. And he very quickly issued a
who put that up?
A retraction. And he said, like, I'm very sorry for, like, I grabbed the first GIF I saw that had Geordi going no, and I didn't realize it was racist. I do not support that type of.
Who did that?
Some guy I follow on Tumblr.
Oh. I see.
And he had taken it down, so I had to like find what I had to type in like racist Geordi.
Right.
So I wanted to see what it was.
There's some pretty good memes for him though. Like, still can't see shit, Captain.
Super popular character. LeVar Burton.
Yeah, people like him.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell Geordi?
G.
Yeah, Geordi, I think.
So you working this weekend, Alec?
I'm working a closing shift on Saturday, but I have Sunday off. What about you guys? I guess not you, Dave.
Yeah, I have every day off.
I have motorcycle class on Saturday. I'm going to be riding a motorcycle.
Oh, cool. What kind of motorcycle?
I don't know.
It's your first class?
I had an introductory class on Tuesday.
How'd that go?
It was all right. It's weird being in classes like adult classes.
Yeah.
Like weirdos, you know?
Weirdos like me.
No, it's like people that they share a lot about like the instructor will say something and they'll want to relate part of their life to it. It's
Dude, no, that's just like exactly how it is at like unemployment, like fucking consultations. Like, it's so annoying.
It's like, let's just get through this.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, why do you really want to be here and like Get that out here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a picture of Jason Alexander. He was on fucking Next Generation and has one of those like foreheads. Oh my god.
What was he playing?
It's some like, just like random human alien with like a weird bumpy fucking forehead.
Yeah. Was he playing a Klingon?
No, but like it's kind of like just another. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a Klingon. It's like he's got
Oh,
third
God.
eye facing the wrong way. Between his other eyes.
It looks like they just have him in like the makeup robe. Like he wasn't even on it. He just had the makeup done.
He's just dressed like George underneath that robe.
There should have been a crossover.
Do you like the Kelsey Grammer Star Trek?
I didn't realize. I feel like I may have seen that. I can't even remember.
Where he plays a captain that was caught in like a time loop, an Enterprise captain?
No. Oh, yeah. I see this. Oh, I want to see that.
I think it was when he was still on Cheers because it's got his Cheers beard.
Yeah. I looked up Kelsey Grammer's Star Trek. There's all these pictures. I don't know if they're from the same episode where Picard looks like he's shot, like he has this huge chest wound.
Oh yeah, I see that. I think that's the same thing because it's like everything is going wrong.
Right.
His face is not right.
He looks like it's kind of like one of those when you nut and she's still sucking like faces. You seen that meme, right? Like,
I haven't, but I can imagine.
Have you seen the Ned Flanders one?
what one?
It's like when you nut a Reno and she keeps slobbing the diddly. That one's good.
Yeah, I love those.
There's the satisfied face where he goes, she wants the diddly.
It's a good meme cross section.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandmother's been watching two like young nephews, that are like one's 13 and one's 11. So they've been coming here after their soccer camp or whatever while their parents are on vacation. And I made dinner for them one night, and then I chatted with them about memes. It's really weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It must be weird for them to have like a guy who's clearly an adult go like, so what memes do you guys like?
It's like slips of paper in a high school. Like, it's weird to think everybody knows about these things.
I mean, I would assume like it's a thing like kids think it's their thing,
Yeah.
I don't understand how far it goes back.
Yeah. They didn't know about Harambe though.
About what?
The monkey that got shot. Like,
You haven't heard about Harambe?
Is that the one that got shot at the zoo recently, or is that a different monkey?
Yeah, it's the monkey.
Where the kid fell in, the gorilla.
I did hear about that. Yeah.
The meme is dicks out for Harambe.
What?
You didn't hear
What?
about this, Dave?
I mean, I've seen a couple memes for him. I haven't heard dicks out.
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm just looking up general gorilla memes. Oh fuck! So I guess I'm gonna jump off. It's getting hot. I'm gonna put my AC back on.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Okay.
Yo, Alec, you should hit me up. We should hang out soon. I want to go over some of these pages, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be down for that.
Cool. Maybe I'll send you a text later.
Sounds good.
All right, are you guys gonna come visit me?
Maybe.
It's easier to jump in a cab to go to his house, Joe.
Jump in the cab and come to my house.
Bit of a trek.
It's only $1,000.
I feel like it would be about $100.
Both ways, though.
A flat rate might be like $100.
It's like an
There
hour.
are lots of like crossing state borders, things like that too. Fees you gotta
I
pay
don't
for
know.
that.
Yeah. Maybe. You guys should just get cars.
I could. I just got my driver's license renewed.
Oh.
Driving man.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Congrats.
did? That's interesting.
Alright, well, I'll see you guys later.
Good show,
Alrighty,
guys.
take it easy.
I'll give you guys a heads up once it's all up.
Sounds good.
Peace, guys.
Sounds-
Bye.
Bye, guys.